Hello and welcome to Misery Loves Mandy, where comedians talk about miserable moments and whether or not they made them into jokes. This week we're joined by Katie Thurston. I was so excited to have her on. She just moved to LA. We talked about her journey into stand-up, a time she took her cat onto a plane that ended up being a total nightmare, and the hell that is Valentine's Day. Make sure to like and subscribe, share with a friend, check out our Patreon where we talk about situationships, and enjoy. Yay, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you.
This is for the ASMR people.
This is why I don't do ASMR. I'm not good at it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. The things that turn people on.
That is true. I do have an OnlyFans for my feet. So.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
So, I mean, there is something for everybody out there.
I have to make one because I'm doing the OnlyFans comedy show.
Oh, nice.
In May.
Very cool.
So part of the deal is you have to make an OnlyFans. And I'm like, what am I going to post on there? And I always said, I think my feet would be good because I have a bunionette.
That, I think people have a thing for that.
It's this bunion. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
It looks like a shark.
Exotic.
That's a nice way of putting it.
It's an exotic foot. It's a rare unicorn foot. Literally.
It is. That's so true.
Nice.
So maybe that, since you have a feet one, maybe that'll motivate me.
You can make pretty good money on there. You just got to find your people.
Oh, man.
And I don't do any nudity. Like, it's just like feet. Maybe occasionally like in a bikini or like a matching little bra and panty set, but it's just feet.
Have you heard of the armpit thing?
Okay. No, but someone has asked me for like armpit photo, and I didn't look into it because I'm like, I'm just the feet girl, I don't know. But
yeah, it's a thing too.
Yeah, there's something for everybody.
Armpits and feet.
Yeah.
I get feet.
Do you?
I mean, I don't get it, but I think I've heard it for so long that it's normalized to me.
That makes sense.
But the armpit, I'm new to it too.
Yeah.
My only thought is like, does it kind of look like a pussy?
I mean, or is it like I don't know. Because like if your hands are held over your head, that's a view that they see of your armpits. So maybe it's like a POV thing for them. The feet thing I heard is from babies crawling and seeing their mom's feet. So it's like this
oh my God
thing that develops when they're like a kid. They can't even help it.
Is it like good parenthood or bad parenthood? It sounds like you'd have a good mom if you liked her feet.
I mean, yeah, I think it's something like that. I don't know.
Damn, I thought Matt really liked his mom, but he doesn't look at my feet. But we'll talk to him about this later. We went bowling last night. Like, I want to be good at it. And
why?
I just wish it was easier.
Yeah, bowling's like those once a year activities that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I always think about how awkward it is, especially for a first date when you're bowling and they're looking at the back of you. So my thought is like, does my ass look good in these jeans?
Your ass looked really good in the jeans you wore.
I was very intentional with those jeans. So thank you.
I was like, damn, those are good jeans.
I pulled them up like a little extra high and I made sure they were fresh from the dryer.
That's my least favorite thing about not having a laundry in my apartment. The jeans in the dryer before you go out is perfect.
It was necessary.
Makes a difference.
Yeah. But then you do this weird, awkward walk of shame back for like however many times you're there. And I'm just like, there's only so many times I could like look cute walking back, like, oh, I'm a gutter ball, And then finally I'm like, I just want to drink beer and watch everyone else.
I think we had more fun once we started just the tower beer. That really brought it together.
Yeah, and then the family next to us was gone. It was like a new group of like older like guys.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now the vibe is picking up.
The mood switch. I don't know if you noticed. There was this like 11-year-old and this boy that was like 3 playing. And they're playing, Mamir and I kept staring, was like very sensual.
Oh, no.
I just think little kids don't notice.
I will say, this reminds me of a time when I was playing doctor with my childhood girlfriend.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I do remember feeling like a tingly feeling, like not in like, you know, places, but like in my arms and stuff, you know, like goosebumps or something. But we're kids, we don't know. Yeah. And I remember specifically that their mom made us stop playing doctor.
Oh my
and
God.
That's a memory that stood out because at the time I remember like not understanding, and now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, I guess that kind of probably felt weird. You know, we're laying in bed, she's checking my heart. I'm like, yeah.
Growing up is so freaking awkward. That's one of the main things. I was thinking about it because I wanted to ask you about getting into comedy before we get into the segments. And I was trying to think of like my answer. And I think it really just stems to like what this podcast is all about. Like all of those embarrassing moments, especially as like a teenage girl. I feel like that's younger girl to teenage girl too still now is just uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yes. And
I think that's like just like the awkwardness. The only thing I was able to do was laugh about it. And like I was telling Matt the other day and he didn't believe it. Like I do uncomfortable laughing.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Like I'm laughing all the time as a person, but also when I'm like something bad happens, like if somebody gets hurt or something, I'll laugh.
Oh no.
It's awful.
Do you laugh at a funeral?
You know, I haven't done that yet.
Yet, she says.
But
no.
But at my grandma's funeral that came recently, I signed the book, Your Favorite Granddaughter. Because in my life, I was the only granddaughter. Because my uncle's kids were never around because he's a shitty dad. Like, they don't have a relationship.
Yeah.
Then the kid showed up to the wedding, the other granddaughter that I've never met. And in her book says, favorite granddaughter.
Oh, no.
And in my jacket, I had a thong. I didn't realize until I got to the funeral. So
wait, what?
Just like from being out of town and just shoving things in a suitcase. Then
your emergency. I mean, I've heard your pee story, so I mean, I get it.
I should have that. So I might not have laughed at her funeral, but I definitely had two moments that stood out to me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you started stand-up in San Diego, right? Or no? I don't know. I don't know anything.
It's so funny you ask because I literally just posted a story today on how I got into comedy.
Okay, well you're warmed up.
Yeah. Well, the short answer I say is by accident.
Okay.
I was 29, so this is like in 2020, and I wanted to do an open mic just for fun.
Yeah.
But as you know, the clubs were shutting down because of the pandemic.
Bad timing.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, I'll make a TikTok. And then from there, I had like a few viral moments on TikTok, which then I think led me to being on The Bachelor. And then I went on The Bachelorette. And then I went on Whitney Cummings' podcast. And this is
I didn't know you were on her podcast.
This is where it gets crazy. So I'm on her podcast and I'm telling her like, oh yeah, I've always wanted to try like open mic just for fun. And she goes, well, you can open for me sometime. And I'm like, okay.
No fucking way.
First of all, I still had never done an open mic. Hadn't written anything.
Oh my God.
So I had 1 month to prepare for a show that she was doing in Anaheim. And so I write the worst 10 minutes. Actually, it was probably more like 6. Like, you know, in the moment, I thought I'm doing so fucking good. I think I'm killing it. People are laughing, but they're probably laughing at me. You know, I had the best time. Knowing what I know now, I was like, no, I fucking bombed. But yeah, my very first time doing any kind of comedy was opening for Whitney Cummings.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That is terrifying and amazing at the same time.
It's wild. But I had so much fun regardless of bombing. I didn't know I was bombing, which
Maybe
is probably...
you didn't bomb.
I mean, it was probably... I did preface it to the audience, like, this is my first time.
Okay, good, yeah.
And so in some ways, like, they want to be happy for you, like, for doing something so fucking insane. I was also hammered because
Were you?
Well, here's the thing. I tried to plan it out based on when I thought I'd be going up. But then, of course, like with any show, things run behind. And so by the time it really was my turn, the alcohol like hit in a way that I wasn't prepared for. But I had so much fun. And then since then, I started going to like doing open mics. People had me on their shows. And I'm like, oh, this is how you make the money. Is like you produce your own shows. So then I started doing that. And so now I'm just like, I'm trying to put in the work. A lot of people, I think, skip the line when they have an audience and that backfires on them.
Yeah, you have to. It's just like owning a company. You
Yeah.
need to know all the positions.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm still doing the open mics. I'm still popping into people's shows, still trying to write. You know, I'm not sitting here being like, I'm going to go on a world tour, you know. But like I'll do stuff here and there. I mean, you and I, we're going to Oklahoma, baby.
Oklahoma peeps, we're coming.
We're coming.
So you better be there.
Yeah, next month.
The link will be below.
Tulsa, Oklahoma City.
Oh, I've never been.
Me either. I don't know. I'm trying to learn the community. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
We'll tour, but you guys should message us what we should eat and all the important things
Yeah.
and all the things to go.
Yeah.
But I think you're doing it the right way. I was thinking like, because a lot of people like it has to be so different starting with an audience. Like that is so much more pressure.
Totally.
Like, that is insane. But I think that it's worth like having to perform in front of people because like I don't know. It's such a long journey.
Yeah.
And just what you need to get better quicker. And like I've been doing it for 11 years now. I think is just stage time.
Totally.
And if you can get more stage time, you're going to get better so much more quicker. And you put in the work. It's not going to take as long as it's going to take someone that gets up once a week or once a month.
Yeah.
So it's not like skipping the line. It's you're just getting to do more quicker.
Yeah, it's like speed dating.
Yeah.
For comedy. So hopefully I find the husband at the end, you know? So
It's exactly speed dating for comedy.
yeah.
And then I was thinking about, I was just in Florida and I was telling you about friendly hecklers.
Yes.
And then when I was getting ready, I thought of like friendly hecklers are like with a sign that says buzz driving is like drunk driving. It's still heckling.
And it's hard. It's even harder for a comic because, like, if it's bad heckling, it's easy to be an asshole back.
Yeah.
If it's good, like polite heckling, you're like, you're nice, but shut the fuck up. Thank you for being a fan, but shh.
Yeah,
You
you're
know?
like Larry David their asses.
Yes.
Yeah. So no heckling in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But that's what they don't say in like the announcements. They go no heckling, but they don't like preface like being nice is also bad.
Yeah. Just laughter or nothing.
That's all we want.
Yes.
But I think now, do you do crowd work?
It depends. Like I don't plan to
Yeah.
do it because I am still new, so I'm still so focused on like, okay, like hit this, hit that, you know. But like sometimes it does come up naturally. I do wish I was doing it more though because that's where you get your good little clips that you can share.
I know, but I think I don't have staged crowd work either. Like a lot of people have certain questions they'll ask and
How'd you guys meet? You know,
yeah.
who's dating? Entry level stuff.
the people still do like what do you do for work? Like,
Yeah.
those classic questions are still a thing. But I think I personally like to just focus on my material and if something comes up,
Yeah.
then it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially crowd work too. Like if people like know you. I mean,
Well, I think Eliza's like that. I think she just shows up, does her set, and leaves. Like she's not a crowd work person, and I think that's okay too. You know.
I personally think it's better. It's their craft. People are coming there to just watch.
Yeah.
But my point was, or now that I remember what my point was, is I think hecklers are worse now because of crowd work.
That is a very good point. That is
just-
such a good point.
They think we want it.
yeah. Or they want it. They're like, I want to be in that viral TikTok
Yeah.
heckle crowd work video. You know, it's like, no, you're getting kicked out.
Yeah, please stop. We just filmed the audience really well at the last show because it's not always easy to get the audience shot. And then I was thinking like, how does that work? Because they're not like signing anything like a TV show. Like I'm okay to be in this. But with social media, maybe is there just not like anyone is allowed to film anyone?
I don't know what the rules are because like if you're in public, you know, but is it public because you're in a private establishment? I've seen people blur faces. It's probably like you just like approach it as it goes. Like if someone messages you mad, then like,
Yeah.
I guess take it down.
That's what I was assuming too.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, as an audience member, I wouldn't want to be on camera.
Don't sit in the front.
Yeah.
Don't be a heckler. You will not be featured if you just shut the fuck up.
That's true.
There you go.
That's that simple.
By participating as a heckler, you are now part of the show that I
Yes.
am owning on my camera. Therefore, you have opted in automatically.
I love that.
That's what I would say.
I feel more comfortable about showing people now.
Yeah.
That was their signature.
I think it would hold up in court.
Judge Judy, we are on our way.
Yes.
How is she still a thing?
I don't know. I don't know how old she is.
What face lasers does Judge Judy use?
I mean, at this point, she could be AI. I wouldn't know. I've never seen her in real life. That's all I'm saying.
She could be AI.
That's all I'm saying. Have you seen her in real life? I haven't.
Oh my God. Man, that's one of those conspiracy theories of what's real or not. The Shazam thing.
Yeah.
What movie was that? I always forget.
There's a lot of them like that.
Yeah, my brother's really into that stuff. Ryan's listening. Okay, let's get into the segments.
Yes.
All right, so the first one is the weekly wiener, which is like a person or thing that bugged you more than it should have.
Yes.
Do you have one?
Yeah, because I'm fresh off of it right now, and I'm sure you're part of this group.
Oh, I'm nervous and excited.
Well, a few days ago, it was Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And as someone who's just kind of like in the casual dating scene right now, I fucking hated every happy person in love because it was just like shoved down my face every single post.
Yep.
Normally I can handle it when it's like every once in a while, oh, that's cute. They're happy. Everyone's fucking happy and I'm not celebrating Valentine's Day. No, I'm still mad.
That is a perfectly acceptable wiener.
Yeah, you know, I it's a reflection on me. Like, happy people are happy for people.
No, but Valentine's Day, you're allowed to not be happy for them.
Well, good, because I was a bitter bitch in my house, unpacking my bag, drinking wine from a glass that said, like, love sucks or something. Yeah, that's great.
My friend Chase, last week we did a Valentine's Day episode and she's single and she was just saying like how Valentine's Day, they just shove it down your throat.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Well, and it's tough because like I just started seeing someone casually and it's like, if I like it and he doesn't, where's the compromise? Like, how do you compromise?
Yeah.
And why is it just like the girls' holiday? Like, it's also for the guys, is it? You know? And I don't know, because it was so new, I was like, fine, I'll like give up on this one, you know?
I remember Matt and I's first Valentine's Day. It was like a new relationship. So we started dating in December. So February,
okay.
It was fresh. And into December. Or I guess beginning of December. I don't know, December. So it was a few months in. And it was still like that early, like, are we supposed to celebrate?
Did you?
We just went to lunch.
Okay.
But it wasn't labeled as anything. Like it
That
wasn't,
makes me feel good.
Yeah.
I feel mine's kind of similar, I think, in terms of that. So he gets a get out of jail free card today.
But it is so awkward. And also his birthday is in February, like 4 days after Valentine's Day. And then you're like, what do you buy somebody? I hate the beginning of dating. It is so awkward. I make it awkward because I don't want to be too much, but you don't want to be too less. And I joked about this. My friend, you have to meet her, Harper Rose Drummond. She's a hilarious comedian out here. And she's talked about how she goes all in. And I talk about how I play it too cool. I go the route so cool that they don't even think I like them in a bad way.
Oh, I hate the game. Yes.
But it's like, and then the birthday, you're like, I have to get him something, but it can't be too much. It can't be too little. Do I get nothing? And then like a card. I'm like, what do you do with a card? I don't want the card to say too much. You don't want it to say too little. I ended up getting the card that has nothing, one of those blank things. And I overthink all of those things in the beginning of a relationship.
I mean, it worked out so far, so maybe I should be taking notes. Maybe I am too all in, and I should be doing a little bit of that.
I don't know. I had a lot of therapy sessions.
I just started therapy, so I'm a little behind, but I'm catching up.
It definitely helps because, like, I feel like friends in the relationships, they'll just spew things. Or, like, I feel like I have, my best friend is, like, my go-to for things, though. And she's, like, married, and she's, like, she knows it. I feel like I trust her opinion.
Yeah.
But some friends, I feel like they just spew shit without even, like, caring.
Yeah.
So you can't trust that.
Well, especially if I've like vented so many times about the same like person, they're like, I'm done giving you advice because you're not listening.
That's how I feel. So I've made two best friends. One of them, sorry, you know who you are. She's getting back in a relationship that was a mess. And it's just like, there's nothing, it comes to a point where there is nothing you can say. You have to be like, I'm happy if you're happy.
Right.
But you know I'm really not.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they just have to do it themselves. You can say all you want, but they gotta get out when they can.
Also, all those Valentine's Day pictures. You know, most of at least 50%.
I'm still like hot. You say it, and I'm like, yeah, I remember them all.
A lot of those are not. It's not showing the truth, especially anything on social media.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
No, you're right. And Hannah Berner had a really good take on Valentine's Day, pretty much saying like the same thing of like, if you posted this, you're probably not happy. If you posted this, you're headed for a divorce. And I was like, Hannah, I needed that today. Thank you, my queen.
Yeah. Like Matt and I don't think either of us have one picture on our Instagram feed of each other.
Yeah.
We'll do stories.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw your story. You happy fucking lovebirds. I saw it. Good for you.
That's it. The Valentine's Day one is the only time I go full cheese.
Yeah. No, and that's fair. It's fine. I'm fine, guys. Everything's fine.
It'll all be great.
Yeah.
So we're the same age.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about freezing your eggs?
Oh, I did look into it actually.
Yeah.
And here's the problem. I'm really scared of needles, and I didn't realize how much like prep work goes into freezing your eggs, including like shots and medicine. And so yes, I have thought about it. I just haven't taken the next step because A, needles, B, cost.
Yeah.
C, ongoing cost. Like there's all these things I did not know. And I'm like, I don't even like someone enough right now to have kids. Like, and now I've got to commit to like a future guy who may or may not even exist in my life.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a big thing. It's the main thing I don't like about being a woman.
Yeah.
Catch up.
Yeah.
Evolution. Let our eggs, freaking Robert De Niro having a kid at 78, give us at least till 60.
That sounds deadly.
So bad.
But I do think we have more time than I mean, sure, it's called a geriatric pregnancy thing for us now. But I think we have more time than I think we're educated on. I think we're almost like tricked to being like, your time is running out. So all these women are like settling because they're just wanting to have kids. And it's like, sweetheart, you could have probably had kids at like 38, 39, 40. I know plenty of like older women who successfully are mothers at a later age. And so that's what I hold on to right now.
Same, me too. I learned about the egg process because of Whitney Cummings' book. And then she just did a new episode of her podcast with Esther Pavinsky, because they're both pregnant and all the things she learned. And I'm like, it's funny how she was like, she had her kid at 40.
Yeah.
And then another comedian who... Oh, yeah, she's one of my favorites when I first moved out here that was always up, Sarah Tiana.
Oh, I've met her.
She's so nice,
Yeah.
so funny. She had her kid, if I'm remembering correctly, I talked to her about it the other day at 45.
I didn't even know she was 45.
She looks amazing.
Oh, good for you, girl. Oh, my God.
I know.
I did not know that.
I know. She has like one son, I think he was 7 or something. I'm probably butchering this. But she had her kid older and just has one son and is happy. And I asked her, I was like, when do you know the time is right? And she's like, there's no right time.
Yeah, I think if you're planning, you'll never be ready.
Yeah.
And the timelines are so different for everybody.
But with like stand-ups, especially like newer, like been doing it forever.
Yeah.
But like, and you were selling out, like we're still like, we need to like, I just want to like have a little bit more in before.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ali Wong, just get pregnant, make material.
She was like the first one to do the pregnant special that I remember, and then Amy did it, and then Whitney did it, and then
Eliza's doing it.
I think it's awesome finally, because that wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember like seeing that. I just remember seeing every single female comedian being single,
childless, hating men. Times have changed.
So there is some evolution in that. So
See?
that's good.
Yeah.
We don't need to freeze our eggs.
We're going to be fine.
Totally fine.
Let's check in 2 years and see where we're at.
We do what is the time capsule?
Oh my God.
How funny would that be? Just empty birth control packets?
Yes. Oh my God.
I've also been taking this is terrifying to me. I've been on this same birth control for 50, holy shit.
Me too.
17 years.
Me too.
Was yours generic Yaz?
It's
or
Lutera.
Yaz? That's what I'm on.
Lutera?
Is it L-O though?
No, that's Loestrin.
No, that's the wrong one. Mine's a generic Yaz, but it's also with an L.
They probably all have L's. So like Lutera, Loestrin, Lafayette. I don't know.
Well, do you ever think about that?
Yes. And actually, because of Whitney's book, she talks about how like women who are on like hormonal birth control are attracted to a certain guy because of it.
Really? I don't remember that part.
There's a certain personality because of it. And so I'm like, who am I? Like, if I just stop taking birth control, does all of a sudden my type of attraction change? Does my person? I don't know, because I've
my God.
been on it, like you said, for like 17 years, and it kind of scares me. But then I heard that's why like divorces happen, because people stop taking birth control, have a baby, and it's like this whole cycle of like, what am I doing with my life?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Who am I too? Now
This essentialism crisis right now.
we just start crying. Who are we?
Matt's like, are you? This is a comedy podcast. Are you guys okay?
Hey, real comedians are dark people.
Yeah. We're sad clowns.
Sad clowns for sure. That venue that we did in San Diego had that sad clown picture. I took a picture of it. I couldn't stop staring at it.
Wait, which one was it?
It's like right after the green room, which was just a bar closet, and it was just a sad clown, and I'm just like, this is too real.
It's too real. We don't need the reminder.
Okay, so in our time capsule, there's a lot. So we have to see if our birth control changed us. That's crazy thinking about like the divorce thing, about people being differently.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how true that is. With the internet, I'm like, I heard it, so it must be right.
It's definitely real then. Okay, wait, since we're on this topic, last thing I've thought about, I want to talk about. I feel like the older I get, this is my take up. I would like a surrogate.
Oh, yeah.
But then it's like you being pregnant and like, oh, you're like your husband like holding the belly, and then like the photos, and then like I carried you. But then it's like also like the 100 negative things.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. Like, there's no right or wrong way. It's like whatever you and your partner want.
First of all,
also you got to be rich.
I was gonna say, so we got to get real successful.
Yeah, let's sell
first.
a lot of sweet pics together.
We have to talk about that after.
Yeah, we probably could have like a hybrid, like
do our
feet play or something. A live session.
That would be so smart.
Oh my God.
And 2 feet become 1.
Yeah. It'll be our embryo fundraiser.
Yes, that's a perfect idea. I have a toe ring, which is so Florida trash of me. Do you rock a toe ring?
No, I should dip into more like jewelry.
Accessories.
Yeah. I'm still learning. People love the sock play. It's a whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still new to it.
Sock play. What's sock play?
Like where you like take your sock off with your foot. They love it. Or like dipping is like when you put your foot in and out of like a high heel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I learn as I go.
Man, you know what I really want to do, which isn't sexual, is the feet fish that eat your calluses.
I've done that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've always wanted to do that.
It grosses me out because I'm like, I didn't know my feet were trash for the fish.
Oh, I know they're trash because the face the ladies make when they, do you want the callus for $10? This might cost $20.
They're like, we need the cheese grater.
No.
We can't use this little sandpaper one. We need the metal one with the handle.
It's legit a cheese grater.
Yeah.
My mom has bought me cheese graters for that from the store, just a cheese grater.
Have you ever tried the foot mask where your foot peels after like a week?
No.
You have to try it.
Okay, like a face.
No,
like a chemical peel for your foot.
Yeah, but it's weird because so you soak your foot for like 30 minutes. Okay, then you rinse and you're like, and nothing happens, and you're like, this was a waste. You want like a refund almost, right? 3 days later,
right when you go to complain,
literally 3 days later, big chunks of your foot start to peel off.
Oh my God.
But it's like, it's so like refreshing. Like all of a sudden, like you're not supposed to peel it, but like
you're gonna peel
you can't
it.
help it.
Yeah, it's like a scab. Yeah, it's gonna leave a scar, but I'm gonna pick it.
Yeah, and your whole foot sheds like a snake, and you just get this fresh baby layer.
My God.
You can buy it on Amazon.
I want that.
It's cool, and also like it's a good prank if you ever want to like have Matt do it with you and just don't tell him that's what happens, because it doesn't happen to me. It'll be like 3 days later.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh my God, babe, we got to go to the ER.
Something's wrong with us.
That is bad. They said if that happens, you're actually gonna die.
Amazon sales go up on April Fools for that product.
I might do it myself.
You should do it.
Yes, I'm going to.
Oh wow, I want that so bad.
Yes.
Oh my God. You know what? My wiener is gonna get me so
We're
heated.
so all over the place.
I love it. This is how I talk.
Yes.
But this is like a really bad wiener.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you. I'll be honest.
Okay. So, been traveling a lot for comedy.
Yeah.
And airplane wiener.
Okay.
There's always an airplane wiener. But this one, like, sometimes the wieners bug me, but this one I was on fucking fire.
Ooh.
Let's sit up for this.
I'm excited.
Okay. So, we're about to get off the plane. First of all, so the plane doesn't take off for an hour once we get into the plane. Because
I hate that.
I know. And it was already a 6-hour flight.
Oh, God. What a day.
So they did an hour extra. So it's 7 hours. So before we take off, they don't because they said they put too much fuel in the plane.
Okay.
So then they, I guess they can't get the fuel out. So they say we're going to have to take 5 people off the plane. And it was like the Hunger Games where they just choose, I'm assuming just the last 5 people that were on a wait list or something.
Yeah.
But it was just random 5 people's names. One lady, these aren't the wieners. This is just
all of this is my wiener. Listening to this.
It was a lot. But
oh my God.
The wiener's worse. But so then the one lady pretended like her name wasn't called and they had to come find her. I kind of give her like credit. That's because so funny.
Bold.
I know.
Like, what? You think they don't know what exact seat you are in, woman?
She just puts her hat down. Like, she was like right there. And I saw her go like, and it ended up being her. So she was the last one to get off. So then we finally get back to LA, and we stand up, and you know how people don't know how to wait their turn to get off of a plane?
Yeah.
It was that, but like really bad. So we see people starting to stand like from behind, like where we're supposed to stand when you get up at a normal time.
Yeah.
We're at the back of the plane because we're making it. And this lady is there. So then Matt stands up. So like, okay, I guess we have to stand up now to mark our spot.
Yeah.
And I stand up, and when it comes close to ours, like we have to get our bags out, and this one lady pushes through, and we're like, what the hell? And then so the people in front of us can't get their bags out because she's barging through. Then it kind of like goes like a stampede, so they're all pushing.
Oh my.
And
aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Landing in LA.
Yeah.
LA's always like in a rush.
Oh my God. So I put my arm up.
Oh, bold.
And then I felt like such like a like a mom, like, no, you have to wait your turn.
We've reached that age of Karenhood.
It was a full but like Eliza has a good job defending Karens.
Yeah.
Which is like, Karens are just trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So I had the 33-year-old Karen Hood act, arm up, and I was like, they can't get their bags out in front of us. So I put my arm, I was like, you go.
Speaking for the people.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, go. And I'll hold them back. So then,
is your adrenaline going? Because I hate public confrontation.
I hate it too.
Like my chest is blotchy just thinking about it.
Full blotch. So red.
Yes.
Like just like what's happening right now. Because I never do stuff like this. This is not me, but I hate when people are doing things that are like so rude and wrong.
You're disrupting the order.
Yes. It's not okay. I'm freaking out, man.
Follow the rules.
So I'm like, this isn't how it works. And then someone goes, there are no rules.
I almost just this is unhinged behavior. What time of day is this?
It was late. It was nighttime, and they've been on the plane for 7 hours, so they're wild animals. And
there are no rules.
And what pissed me off is the guy I don't know who it was. It was someone in the back. It wasn't even the guy who I was stopping. Then the guy who's right where my arm goes says, "Get your hands off of me! Stop touching me!" And I'm just like,
"Oh." What is Matt doing in all of this war?
We're both just trying to stop him and let the people in front of us get their bags out.
Oh my.
So then,
gosh.
I know, it was
feral.
Crazy. So I don't let him get through. We finally got going. He's right behind us. I just feel him.
Breathing. And
I'm just like, I'm so, like, why did this have to happen?
Oh my
because I'm so uncomfortable. I'm mad.
Yeah.
And then this is what takes it to wienerhood fully.
This is all very valid.
But wait.
Okay.
We had our merch. So we checked our merch bags. Mm-hmm. We go to baggage claim. The lady that originally started this and the guy were at baggage claim. So they weren't even in a rush.
Oh, wow.
Like they didn't need to do that.
I'm really working on giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell myself that they really had to shit.
You know what? That's a good way to look at it.
You know, it's like, you got problems. Maybe he shat a little, you know? Like, I'm trying to like put myself into other people's shoes because as much as we all want to be the main character, everyone has their own story.
I like that.
And this is the fortune cookie portion of the podcast.
I'm glad you guys made it to this part.
That was that was a roller coaster.
It was.
That feels unreal.
It was like I said, you black out for a second.
Did someone get punched? Like, I just pictured like a fight happening. Of pens being stabbed into the neck. God. The lady trampled down the aisle.
Someone grabs the mask.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't handle it.
Suffocate her. God. What airline was that? Spirit?
It sounds like it. It was actually JetBlue. And I like JetBlue. JetBlue card holder.
Yeah, interesting.
I know.
Wild. Well, I'm glad you survived.
Thank you.
Wow.
But anytime this happens, I am like, at least I could put it in my wiener notes.
Your wiener notes. That was a good one. That was good.
Thanks. Yeah, I wish it didn't happen, but at least we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Traveling, I think, brings out the worst in people.
Mm-hmm. What departing city was that?
I'm trying to remember because we had to go from Connecticut, and I think that was from Baltimore. And I'm pretty sure.
Well, I made sure we got direct flights.
Yeah, thank God.
For ours. So maybe that'll help.
I think so. I try to always do direct flights. But if not, we have a story to talk about.
There's always a story.
So there is a story.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next section is my favorite, the embarrassing moments
or
miserable moments, any moments, which, like I said, is why I think I do comedy, why I got into it, and my favorite part about it. Because most people don't have an outlook. They just have to tell their therapist or their husband that's not listening.
Yeah.
We get to make jokes about it.
Yes. I thought about this and I'm like, I haven't actually talked about this.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Great. So this will be one that's not a joke yet.
No.
Okay, perfect.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm like, where do I begin? Okay, so you know how you're talking about how like your friend's like all in and like you're like a game player, it sounds like.
I didn't try to be I play it real cool.
Yeah, so I'm like an all in person and then I do struggle with that because I'm like, how much is too much, too soon, you know? This was a while ago. I went on this date with this guy and we clicked really well. At least I thought we did. And he has a cat. And so we're bonding a lot about our cats. And the way he talks about his cat is like giving him like a lot of like check marks. I'm like, yes.
Oh,
yes,
yeah. It says a lot about a guy.
Yeah. Like I love my cat. He loves his cat, whatever. And so we go into this like cat geek mode and we started talking about this like cat toy. I'm like, oh my God, my cat loves this toy. You got to get it for yours. Whatever. So the date goes fine. I leave. We text here and there, whatever. And so I go to send him the link like a few days later of the cat toy. But when I look it up on Amazon, it's only like $10. So I'm like, maybe I'll just buy it for him.
Yeah.
Like, it's like equivalent of like flowers, like for a girl. Like, why can't a girl send a guy gifts, you know?
Especially when it's their animal that they love. That's like a big thing for them.
Yeah. And I have his address because like I've been to his house. And so I was like, I'm gonna buy it for him, you know? And I made the label to the cat's name. You know?
That's so cute.
Yeah. But like, keep in mind, we had gone on like one date. Like we've seen each other, and you know, like we have mutuals and stuff. But it was like one day. So after I ordered it, I think like a day later, I like panic and I'm like, no, fuck this. This is bad. This is crazy. I'm crazy. And I go to try to cancel the order, but it doesn't let me.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, fuck, you know, like, and then I'm like, oh, and I didn't put like a note in it either. I wasn't like, you know, from Katie or anything. I just thought, to the cat's name and to his house. And so then it gets worse because it arrives and I'm like, okay, like what's done is done. It's there. And I'm waiting for like the text because in my mind, it's very obvious it's from me because in my mind, it's just him and I. But the man never fucking texts me. Like he just doesn't know who it's from. And so a day goes by, 2 days, 3 days. And now I'm like, well, maybe this is my out because I don't want to like tell him like, hey, by the way, did you get that cat toy from, you know? Because obviously did. I saw the picture of it on your front porch.
Yeah, it was there.
So who do you think this is from?
How many other cat bitches you talking
Well,
to?
let me tell you. So because we have mutuals and
Oh
whatnot,
no.
you know, like our moment kind of came and went. Like we just like it didn't happen. But we're on good terms and we're friends. I would say, or like, you know, acquaintances.
Yeah.
So I see him and I'm in a place now where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna tell him. I'm like getting hot, just like reliving this moment. So I'm like, hey, so like I sent you this cat toy. He was like, that was you, and I was like, who the fuck else would it have been?
Yeah.
Like, to me, I thought it was so obvious. We only talked about our cats for an hour on this date. He's like, oh, I thought it was from my ex-girlfriend. So I don't even know, because I was just so mortified at this point.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he ended up texting her, being like, thank you so much, and she just took credit.
Oh my God.
Or if he just never said anything. I don't know. But anyway, it was like the last time I was like, I'm never buying a gift for anybody ever again.
That is so funny. Could you imagine it's what brings him and his ex back together?
I would kill myself. This is my problem. I'm too nice and it always backfires.
See, that's what I'm super nice and I love gift giving. It's my favorite thing ever. But in the beginning, I will you have to like stop yourself because the feeling is like, like you think of it, you know, the person like, and now like for gifts, I love it. I just like if they say something, I have notes in my phone for Christmas. Like now I'm like, yeah. But in the beginning, it is so hard not buying things.
Yeah, you're like, how do I balance, you know, like again, this guy that I'm like newly seeing, okay? I will admit, I bought him a birthday present. His birthday is in June. But like, I'm like, this is the perfect gift. I gotta buy it. But like, I don't even know if we'll be together in June.
Just hold on to it.
I mean, it is hidden, you know. So I'm like, there's a backup plan. If we're not together, I will gladly take it.
There you go.
I put thought into it, but I'm an all-in lover, and I think it might be a problem sometimes. So,
like I said, my problem is just as bad, just the opposite. He probably didn't even think I liked him for a while.
I need to do that. Men love the chase, and I don't give them that because I'm like, watch me be wife material in 7 days.
I just show them these thick thighs and let them know I could carry a baby.
Hell yes. Love that. God.
Oh, man. That's a good one, though.
Yeah, and I still run into that person from time to time. So I'm just like, hey, how's your cat?
Do you think the cat likes the toy?
I don't even have it in me to ask because at that point it feels crazy. Like, hey, remember that cat gift I sent you that you thought was from your ex-girlfriend? Is your cat playing with it now? It's giving like we have nothing in common anymore. So I'm just trying to force a conversation.
That's so funny. I have like there's like some stand-up people that like you find this one mutual thing and then it's just like you awkwardly just bring up that thing. It's like a weather conversation, but just a random fact. And you're like, why? Just don't talk to them if you have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I make it weird. I make things weird a lot sometimes.
I mean, comics do. That's why I love them. We're a bunch of weirdos. It's the best.
It really is.
Yeah.
That's why I love doing this. Just talking to comics. I'm like the conversations are always just like what I like talking. Like it's like I'm happy to have these conversations.
Yeah.
Sometimes talking to like I always joke about like going to my friends' parties that has get-togethers with just like
normies.
I was gonna say normies.
Yes. Fucking weirdos.
And I'm like, oh, I feel so uncomfortable, and I feel like I don't fit in at all.
Yeah. No, it's tough too because sometimes I want to make jokes that a normie would not get.
Yeah.
Like I just had movers the other day. And I had used this company twice, and I saw this guy. I was like, "Oh, I think you were part of the team last year." And he goes, "Oh no, I wasn't." And in my head, I almost said out loud, "I go, oh, that makes me racist." And I wanted to like casually say it, but like I had to stop myself because like a comic, it's like it's a joke, ha, ha, ha. But a regular person might be like, "I don't what."
What? And then you say it, and you're like, Mandy, no, again, you told yourself not to say it. You said to yourself, don't say it.
Yeah. So I just like forget how to like speak to a regular person who doesn't understand like it's a joke.
Yeah, it comes off very differently. Like you just jarring or random. But okay, so then I wish I had like a new embarrassing story. I'm trying to think if I have anything new. But do you have an embarrassing? First of all, you should make that into a joke, though.
I mean, yeah, I got to figure it out.
Yeah, I'll think about it for you after. But it's I love those moments because the audience can feel what you feel through things that they've felt doing the same thing.
No, you're right.
I think it really is just the whole point of view would just be going too in on relationships too quickly.
Mm-hmm. Which, I'm good at that.
And then if it's like, instead of like when people get too close to somebody's kids, you got too close to the cat.
God. Man, I still think of that little kitty.
Your cat is so cool.
I love Tommy.
You have what they say is like a dog cat.
Yes. But that is my cat. It is a dog cat.
Yeah, I've never seen a cat just chill like that.
Yes.
Do you think is it the type of cat, or did you just get lucky?
I do think it's the type. He's like a little bit of Maine Coon mix, I think. And like I've heard that the boys that are Maine Coon, or tuxedos especially, like the black and white, are all very snuggly cats.
All right.
I don't know. They all have certain personalities, and I don't know if it's true. Like if you're an orange cat owner, every orange cat owner like bonds over like the weirdness of an orange cat. I don't know.
I associate orange cats too much with like redheads.
Psychos.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, exactly. Why is that a thing?
I don't know.
I mean, in my personal experience, that's what I've gotten, and everyone agrees.
Yeah.
So weird.
They're just like so rare that it gets to their head, and then they just like go off because they're like, I'm redhead, I can.
I guess that is. It has to be what it is.
Yeah.
So no orange cat for me, but I grew up with dogs, but I do want a cat since I'm always like gone.
Cats are the best people or pets for people that are comics.
Yeah, you can't leave a dog. Do you bring the cat on? Have you ever brought the cat on the road or?
When I was filming F-Boy Island, he got to stay with
Really?
me. Yeah, in my little like hotel room, which was such a blessing.
That would be so nice.
Yeah, but on normal travel, no.
Yeah.
He shit on a plane one time, and I said I'll never fly with him again.
Did it smell really bad? Here's a good story.
God. So he had just started taking like new medication, and it was like nighttime on the plane, so like the lights are off, and we had just taken off from Seattle to LA.
Oh no.
And he had shit on like this lavender like pee pad. So at first it smells good. Like I'm like, oh, someone's using like a hand sanitizer.
Oh, nice.
And then it smells toxic. And I don't, not even like shit, but like scary toxic, like a leak on the plane toxic.
Oh no.
Because all of a sudden the stewardess are all whispering to each other like, what does that smell? Like you can see the panic.
Yeah.
We'd just taken off, so I can't take my seatbelt off. I'm a rule follower like you. There is order on the plane.
There's order.
Yes. And so I'm like, hey, it's me, it's my cat. Like if you're okay with it, like I'll go take care of it. So we go in the tiny bathroom. He's in his carrier, and I sit him on the toilet, and he's freaking. He's a big cat. He's freaking out in this carrier. The carrier tips over, and this shit, it's diarrhea. It's not even solid. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna gag. I'm literally
No.
It gets on him because he falls over in the
His
carrier.
long hair.
Yeah. So I take him out of the carrier, and he's like freaking out. Now I'm gonna share a story. You got shit is getting all over the stall.
Oh my god.
It was so bad. And it was one of those moments where you're like,
oh
what do I do except kill myself? Like, it's like one of those things where you're just like, all I can do is move forward, And so
move forward.
I'm just like, it's like one step at a time, like cleaning. And I don't even know how long I was in there. I'm sitting in first class, so I'm sure the people in first class were pissed. Because I'm in there so long that if they had to go to the bathroom, they have to walk all the way to the back to go. So finally, I get it as like clean as I can. The flight from Seattle to LA has got to be like 2.5 hours, right? I put him in the carrier. We go back to my seat. I fucking kid you not. 20 minutes later, he shits again.
No.
And at this point, we're like already starting to land. So I was like, I don't care. I don't like you're just gonna have to deal with it. The people were going up and down the aisles with poopery, spraying. The whole plane, like it sucked. It was so embarrassing. Thankfully, it was during COVID, so like I had my mask on because
that helps.
Yeah, and I think I was fresh off The Bachelor, so I was kind of recognizable. And so I was like, please, no one know who I am right now because I am mortified. So that was the last time I flew with him.
Holy shit.
Never, ever, ever do it again. When I moved to LA from Seattle, I drove. I fucking drove with Tommy in the cars, and no, we're not doing that. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh my God. Please say that on stage.
I mean, look, I'm learning. I'm learning. Like, that's the thing with comedy is the more personal that you can make it, the better, because like no one else can tell that story.
For sure.
You know?
And those two jokes could go together because they're cat segues.
They are. People love cat jokes too.
They do. There's this comedian Zoltan.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
His cat material crushes.
I think that's what like really took him off too.
It did. Those are I think like his first like viral like clips. Well, first of all, the first time I saw him live, I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah,
he is so talented.
Yeah,
but his cat videos. So
he's San Diego based.
Yeah,
yes. I saw him first time back in Washington though, and he had long hair.
Yeah, he looked completely different.
Very different. And now like I'm like, oh. It's crazy what a haircut can do for a guy.
Yeah. He got married. He got a haircut. He's a new Zoltan.
Yeah, good for him.
But I think, your cat material.
I gotta lean into that. You're right.
Yeah. And that's such a difference of like, I never wrote stuff when I was new that wasn't true.
Right.
But like stories like that where you can just tell them and they're so funny or like something that only happened to you.
Yeah.
They're just to me more fun to say on stage. Because I'm not in my, like, I'm more confident with them.
Yeah.
Because they feel more grounded and just, that's like the biggest difference of like my writing now, what I'm trying to focus on versus like my old jokes. Even when I try to like rewrite old material, I feel like it's too like stuck.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I just need to start fresh from new life experiences.
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't get that. You get a lot, but like, sometimes you don't get enough.
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
Your cat can only shit on the plane once until you learn your lesson.
Yeah. No, but this is good. I'm gonna you inspired me today.
Yay.
Oh God.
So where are we at? Do you have a story that you say on stage that is from a real moment?
Yeah. So this is I'm going to have to retell it now, which is embarrassing.
I'm so sorry to do this to you.
No, it's fine. I think it humbles me. And, here's the thing. When you're new to comedy, you learn what works, what doesn't, you know? And one thing I learned very quickly with this joke is like sometimes like there is oversharing. And there's like something that's just like so not relatable or understandable. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yep. I've been there.
My very, very first show I ever did was a 10-minute, like on someone else's show. You write all this stuff. I'm new to it still, and I'm like, this is so funny. It's going to hit. So I was telling them this story about how like, I filmed reality TV shows during the pandemic and it was just like a weird time, whatever. And so when I went to go film The Bachelor, I forgot, which is funny because I was a dildo girl, but I forgot to bring my own vibrator. Okay. And for those of you who don't know, I came out of the limo with a vibrator, but it was not like one to actually be used. Like it was a prop. So anyway, I tell this story about how I was so like cooped up and horny, and I was trying to be creative, and I had only a shower in this hotel room. I go into this full detail about how I hate this. I'm telling a group of strangers how I am naked, sitting on the counter of my bathroom hotel, trying to sit my way into the sink so that I can use the faucet
The
bathroom to get off, which is a true story. But it was too much info.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm telling this group of strangers how I'm trying to masturbate in a hotel sink, and the way that the room did not respond, I go, oh, I'm never telling that story again. And so I didn't until this day.
Oh no!
But that is, that's what stage time does. Is you learn what works and what doesn't, and what's too much. And I'm like, maybe that was too much. Okay, noted. And
sometimes though, it's just the way you do the setup.
Yeah,
it makes a world of a difference for a joke too.
Totally.
Because that is also a very specific thing that someone else isn't gonna say.
Yeah. So I mean, it's true.
Screw that audience.
I was new. I could maybe bring it back. There was one time I talked about a cat colony, which I thought see your face.
I don't know what that is.
I thought I'm a crazy cat lady. I thought everybody knew what a cat colony was. So I make this joke about a cat colony and it's crickets. And I'm like, ugh. And then another comic was on the show with me and she was like, not everyone knows what it is. So you got to like explain it before you get to the joke. And so every day, every show, I learn something new. And where I was a year ago versus now is very different. And today versus a year in the future, hopefully even better, So maybe the joke will come back. You guys just got a free sample.
Yeah, just a tease.
Just like that. That's when you know you're hanging out with comics. God.
Oh, gosh.
That's bad.
It is true, though. Like, I look back on, this is like the one, I'm trying to think how many years ago. So it was, Matt and I were first. So it was probably like 3 years ago. I got to host for Chris Porter, who's like a big comedian, and he's got like tons of specials. And like, it was a big deal for me. I was really excited. And I feel like that was like the biggest, like, growing, like where you like, you're always like leveling up, but like when you get like a next level, like I was like still on here.
Yeah.
And then I like look at that footage and I was just like,
oh yeah.
Like it wasn't bad, but you're like, anytime you look back, it shouldn't be like, oh, it should be like, oh yay, I'm better.
Yeah.
But it is just like doing a craft where you're vulnerable, like you're learning in front of people is crazy.
I think it is the hardest thing, and I don't think people really grasp that unless you are in the industry.
That's why I give you props for doing this in front of people when you're newer. Like, at least if I bomb and I get off, no one will remember me.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'll give myself a fake name, or I won't bring up any reality TV material. I try to go under the radar. Every once in a while, though, I'll be at an open mic and someone will recognize me, and it just like throws off my whole like 3-minute open mic. I'm like, fuck, please don't put this on Reddit,
Yeah. Oh, I stay away from Reddit. I was just told, I was talking to, when we were in Florida, I was just told to make a Reddit for my podcast. I didn't even know people put podcasts on Reddit.
I don't. Reddit is such a like unknown territory.
Right.
I only know it for like the Bachelor world, and it's bad. It's bad.
That's what I know of Reddit as.
Yeah.
It's just like people who are mean.
Yeah. So I don't know how you use it in like a positive business marketing way. I haven't explored that avenue. Because Reddit scares me.
Yeah.
I do go on it sometimes just to read it. I call it exposure therapy. I really do have Reddit to thank for having like way thicker skin today than 3 years ago.
I think it helps. My Instagram didn't take off until I didn't start posting stand-up clips until like 6 months ago.
Really?
I was trying to do comedy videos and just like randomly post stand-up. And I was like, oh, everyone's posting stand-up. I was like, and then you don't want to ruin your jokes, and like you're like it's not ready yet. All the things that stop you. But I'm happy, like when I started posting it, holy shit. The comments are so mean.
Oh, especially for men.
It's only men. There's no women that say anything mean.
Men hate funny women.
Oh, they hate them. But then at the same time, all my followers are men. I've always dreamed of having like an Eliza female like fan base.
Yeah.
And all of my socials is 98% men as my followers.
98% men?
98% men.
I don't know how to interpret that.
I don't know either.
Because a lot of your comedy, like,
it's for women.
It relates to women. Yeah,
I know.
Wow.
Thank you guys.
Hello, men listening.
I love you too. But I always dream of an Eliza audience.
Yeah.
Like, girls, let's go and like say the jokes that like women like can relate to. Like,
yeah.
But I guess as much as they hate, they love as well.
Yeah, and and I will say, I do find more men are going to comedy shows than women, at least based on my own experience, because what happens is when I have these shows, a lot of my fan base, which is women, they tell me afterwards, like, that was my first comedy show. And I'm like, how? Like, comedy, I've gone to comedy shows alone. Comedy is just such an easy escape for an hour, you know?
I agree.
And so, in some ways I kind of get it, I guess, but like, come on over, ladies.
Yeah, come on out.
It's fun. And then they are like pleasantly surprised when they hear a woman talking about relatable topics and like, oh shit, that's me too,
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, I love female comics. So
I have so the men will be mean on comments online.
Yeah.
And then I have this happen so often. And it happened last weekend in Florida. I have women come up to me after the show being like, oh my God, I loved your set. I usually hate female comedians.
That's so interesting.
I know. I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm not trying to just do like a backhanded compliment. It's nice. It feels good. But also it's like, what do you mean?
I will say, I think like female comics it's such a like unique spot. It's like a male dominated industry.
Yeah.
And so the men tend to like shit on us. And then because we're like a rare thing in this industry, then the women feel some kind of way about it, you know?
Maybe they don't want their man watching you or laughing at you.
Or like, oh, he thinks she's funny. You know, like we're just like, we can't win. We just fucking can't win.
Yeah, but we got this.
We got this.
It's better now. There's so many, like so many of my favorite comedians are female comedians.
Yes, and I do think I have noticed like way more like women getting opportunities than they would have like in the past.
Yeah,
so
it's a good time for it. Whitney, since you brought her up, she's always been the nicest when I've met her in person. She's always makes you feel good. I've done like shitty shows with her, good shows with her, and every time I'm like, see, that's like what you want to be around.
Yeah. No, I love her.
We got this.
We got this. Oklahoma's going to be so good. I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yeah.
Going with a group of friends too is the best ever.
Yeah. And it's a good mix, you know, like men, women, material, experience.
They'll get their fixes no matter what you want.
The ticket sales are doing really well.
Really?
Almost sold out, guys. So, yes.
Oh, I'm excited to bring. So we talked about merch for a second the other night.
Yeah.
Did you say you have any yet?
I just ordered some
that's what I
sweatshirts.
thought you said. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So this will be my first time trying to sell merch.
Oh, you're gonna sell it.
Yeah.
I made a rookie mistake, but then I thought about it. It's not really my fault. I went through this company, and they were supposed to like hold on to their merch and then just like ship it for me. Mm-hmm. And then they go like, your sales aren't high enough. Will you just buy this from us? And I was like, I can't afford to buy it. But then they ended up giving me like a good deal.
Oh my God.
Probably just like a cost of what they made it for or a little bit more. So I'm like, I just got boxes of merch sent to me and did a payment plan with them.
How much shit do you have?
Well, I've been selling it off for the last 3 years or 2 years. 2 years probably.
If you're listening, there's merch.
There's merch
available.
This is the where I made a mistake. I think you just did regular hoodies, right?
Yeah, crew neck this time. But
okay, that's good. I would always say hoodies are the best sell. But since I didn't think I was gonna own these, oh
no.
I bought crop hoodie. I bought sweater. I did a store. It was supposed to be online, a store.
Right.
I did hats, beanies, shirts, hoodies, and crop hoodies. Not thinking like you don't own crop hoodies because most people who buy your merch want a regular hoodie, and those are only for women, which is cutting out 50% of the audience or more.
Or in your case, 92%.
I have crop hoodies for 8% of my audience.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna bring those to Oklahoma.
That would be smart. My audience is a lot of women.
So maybe I'll sell them. Just so many crop hoodies.
Okay, that's a good story. You should you should finish your set with that.
Yeah.
And explain the story. Build some like sympathy, empathy, you know, some pity.
I'm a horrible salesperson.
But that story makes me personally want to buy like a whole set. That's what you got to guilt trip the audience.
I can't do it.
You got to.
I can't.
You got or just be like, you can send a tip to my Venmo.
Yeah, here you go.
Wow.
But yeah, sweaters will sell well.
Where is it stored?
Under my bed.
Oh no. We'll get you there.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of women. So
that'll be good.
This is a good time to get rid of those crops.
Be perfect.
At least break even.
Yeah. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Get them out of here.
Yeah, clearance. Here it is. Okay, wait. Do you say clearance or clarence?
Clearance.
See, I say clarence.
But like the person.
Yeah.
Clarence.
Yeah, but I don't. I think my ADHD is kicking in. But.
I get called out on the podcast all the time by my guests because I say Saul.
For what?
I say a lot of words wrong. So one of them that I get called out for, like I saw somebody.
See vision.
Yeah, like I saw somebody.
Saul, are you from Florida?
Yeah.
Saul. It's okay. I say bag, but I don't hear it wrong.
Bag?
Like a bag of clothes?
Like a... yeah.
See, I don't hear it. Or bagel, I don't hear it. Oh, no, she's still like... I don't fucking hear it, but I get called out on it so much. I'm like, well, I must be saying it wrong. And I'm from Washington, so I don't know.
It's cute, though.
Minnesota has my back.
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
I never...
I don't know.
Now I know it's like the blue orange. Is the dress blue or is it white and gold?
Yeah.
As when I say it, I don't hear it wrong.
Yeah. So it's fine. We all got something.
I have a lot more I say wrong, but I can't even remember.
Yeah.
People will find out. They love to hear. Oh, the worst is like when I'll say like a phrase wrong. I did on the other day and I clipped it. Didn't know
That's smart engagement.
Yeah, it definitely got an engagement, but I didn't even know the saying was wrong.
Oh, I want to know what it was.
I'll find it after. I wish I could remember.
You found out because of the comments?
Because of the comments.
That's the worst. Then you like text your friends and like, yeah, bitch, are you dumb? And you're like, I guess so.
I had to ask Matt. I was like, is this not the way you say that? I thought this was the phrase my whole life.
It's great for engagement. There's this guy I follow who does like keto snacks, and he'll say like tortilla, and it just the internet can't help but correct you.
Oh yeah,
but he knows what he's doing.
Smart. A lot of comedians
Evil genius.
Yeah, they'll say when someone says something wrong on purpose.
Yeah.
It just gets like this like gut laugh.
Yes,
it's like a funny bone.
Yeah, people want to comment. Next thing you know, you got high engagement. Shout out to the algorithm.
Yeah, for making us look stupid, but we don't care.
Yeah.
Can't care. You have to have thick skin.
Literally. Otherwise, you get off the internet now.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to plug before we go?
I mean, when does this come out?
Oh, wow. This one's soon. This is how you know I've been out of town. This is going to come out Wednesday.
As in a few days from now?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I've got some editing to do.
Oh, well then let's plug our Oklahoma
yes.
shows.
Perfect.
If you're in Oklahoma or know anyone around the area.
Yes.
Tulsa and Oklahoma City. I don't remember the dates, but it's like
it'll be below.
First week of March.
Yeah.
It's coming up. And
Very
tickets
soon.
are very limited.
Yeah, you said it's almost sold out, so you have to buy them now.
Yeah, I mean, my past shows have sold out, so like I think it will sell out.
It's exciting.
Makes me excited.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I'll plug. I mean, I guess if you're from Washington, I do have shows in April, but I'm focused on Oklahoma right now.
Okay, well that's good. DC has Washington DC or Washington State.
See, everyone does that. If you're not from Washington, we Washingtonians are bitch about it because then we say Seattle and they're like, "Oh, you're from Seattle." I'm like, "No," but if I say Washington, you assume DC, and it's a whole conversation.
Why do they do that?
I don't fucking know.
Well, I was gonna say DC has a great audience,
yeah, and I was like, "I'm talking about Seattle, bitch," and then you're like, "You're going to Seattle?" I'm like, "Actually, it's Tacoma." And Spokane, but might as well just call it Seattle.
Well, she won't be in DC, but she'll be in the other Washington.
The other one, the Pacific
April.
Northwest. Yes.
Perfect. Well, I'll put all your links below and the ticket links below. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in Oklahoma.
Yeah, see you guys soon. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing it.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.